Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. This is the January 2022 HMIS user meeting. Welcome. If you haven't already, please enter your agency name into the chat box so we know who is participating. For our agenda today, we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming HIC and sheltered pit, the HMIS policies and procedures, some new LSA dashboards, responsibilities for agency administrators, a reminder about the HMIS Part 2 recertification, troubleshooting, logging into HMIS, the data and performance management meeting agenda, the upcoming holiday, and then wrap it up with some Q&A. So first, the HIC and sheltered pit, we did talk about this a little bit last time, but I just wanted to bring it up again in case anybody didn't hear it or to remind everyone. So the HIC and sheltered pit occur every year. The HIC is a count of the beds that target homeless clients in Orange County. And the sheltered pit is for clients in emergency shelter or transitional housing projects. So on the left side of the screen here, you can see a list of the projects that are required to participate in the HIC and or pit. And so if your agency has any of those project types, whether or not they are participating in HMIS, you should be participating in the HIC and or sheltered pit. So I'll go over some dates here in a second, but up until the date, there are a couple things that your agency can do now to prepare. If you are participating in HMIS, you can work on completing any data entry that you have now. Since part of the process is looking at the clients that are active in your projects on the night of the HIC and pit. So making sure your data entry is complete and up to date is really important. If you have new projects or if you're a new agency that needs to get set up in HMIS, please also do that now. Since again, your data needs to be in there in order to be considered an HMIS participating agency. And if you have projects that are no longer serving clients, please work with us to get those closed. So I did show this little flow chart last time, so I won't go over everything, but I did want to touch on the important dates. So that is those in red. We did schedule the HIC and sheltered pit training. So that's coming up on the 20th. It will be from 2 to 3 and it will be a Zoom training. We will be sending out a link to the meeting in the meeting minutes, and we will also be sending out an email reminder about the training. So if you have questions about the HIC and sheltered pit, please plan to attend. We'll also be recording it for those that are not able to attend. The night of the HIC and pit counts will be on January 24th. On January 27th, your agency should complete all data entry through the 24th into HMIS or your comparable database if you're not participating. And then on January 28th, 211 will be sending out the HIC answer form for your agency as well as your pit data if you're participating in HMIS. And the goal is to kind of help you complete your data entry or your HIC and pit forms quickly and efficiently. And then once we send those to you, you will have until February 11th to review them and make any revisions as needed and then submit them back to us. And then from there, we'll be reviewing the forms and the submissions with the agencies and making revisions as needed. The goal is to be completed with the whole process by March 31st, but there's a little bit of flexibility there. It will depend on how quickly the review process goes with the agencies, but the HIC and sheltered pit will likely be due to HUD at the end of April. All right, I'm just looking to see if there's any questions. All right, so next up, the HMIS policies and procedures. So 211 has been working with a small working group of agency administrators and a couple COC board members to review the entire HMIS policies and procedures and make proposed changes to some of the sections and some of the policies. And so we've probably been working on this for 5 months or so. And the proposed changes were presented at the last Data and Performance Management Committee meeting. So the next steps are that the proposed changes will also be presented at the Policies, Procedures, and Standards Committee on January 11th. So that's next week. And then from there, the final HMIS policies and procedures will be presented to the COC board in February. So as part of the meeting minutes, I will send out the new draft policies and procedures, as well as an overview of what the proposed changes are for anybody that still wants to review and provide feedback. If you do, please send them to the help desk by January 10th, and then we can incorporate that feedback to share with the PPS committee on the 11th. You're also welcome to attend the PPS committee or the COC board meeting if you'd like to provide feedback there. I'll include the link to the PPS committee in the meeting minutes also for those that are interested in attending. All right, I'm not seeing any questions. Elizabeth.
Good morning, everyone. As you may know, that we are currently in the data cleanup phase of the annual LSA reporting. There are 2 new LSA data cleanup dashboard available on Clarity that will help you with your data quality review. The head of household data dashboard will identify any errors with relationship to head of household, while the overlapping enrollment will identify if a client has 2 program enrollment that have dates that overlap, as the name suggests. Erin, could I share my screen?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen now. I'll be using the training Clarity site, so the data we will be reviewing today is practice data. When you're in Clarity, you would go to the report, go to reports, and under the data analysis tab, you'll see in the built-in reports folder, you'll see these 2 new dashboards. So I've already loaded the dashboard since it does take some time to load. Household data dashboard, and you'll see that there are a handful of reports that you can review. The only filter that I adjusted was the reporting period, and I used the LSA reporting period. Each report will have a name at the top of the report to identify the errors that you're reviewing. This first report is telling you these are households without head of household. And you can see that there's a count of household members, but there is no head of household. And this could be because when a head of household exit the project, a new head of household was not assigned. So you guys can download the report by clicking the 3 dots and download to review the data and identify which member will be the new head of household. For this example, I would look up Marge using the client ID and assigning her as the new head of household. With the other reports, as mentioned, each one has a title that tells you what's the error you're seeing. For this one, you're seeing that there's a head of household with an age that was under 16. So this could have happened if a child was entered into a project separate from the head of household. So I'll be moving on to the next dashboard that we will be reviewing. This is the overlapping enrollment dashboard. So again, the filter that I adjusted was the reporting period. And you can see that there are a handful of filters that you can use to filter the dashboard. For example, if you're only doing the reporting period, you're going to see your agency data as a whole. And if you want to see just a specific project, then you can filter to just one project within your agency. There's two looks in this dashboard. You can see that's the overlapping and the night by night attendance. So for this dashboard, when you're reviewing the data, you're just reviewing to make sure the project start and end dates are correct, since it is overlapping with another project. Could we go back to the slide, Erin? And I just want to check in with everyone real quick if anyone has questions about the dashboards. We will have a knowledge base article about the dashboard, so we will also link that in our meeting minutes.
All right, I'm not seeing any questions.
With the new year, we thought it would be a great time to have a quick refresher on agency admin responsibilities. As an agency admin, you are the primary technical support for your agency. We recommend that you review our knowledge-based library to resolve issues with your team. Once all resources are exhausted, please send in a ticket to the HMIS help desk. As a friendly reminder, only agency admins should be sending in tickets. Monitoring compliance and standard of confidentiality and data collection with your agency. Ensuring during onboarding and regular team meetings that you're discussing privacy and confidentiality of collecting data and retrieving data in HMIS. Ensure your agency is on track or is meeting data quality threshold. One step to do this is review the reports the HMIS help desk sends out for data quality reports, project performance reports, LSA data corrections, as well as additional reports throughout the year. Also, attend user meeting and keep an eye out for newsletters to communicate updates related to HMIS with your team, and attend data meetings to discuss topics related to HMIS. We recommend that you attend the data meetings so that you can review project level data as well as collaborate with other agencies to reach project threshold goals.
Good morning, everyone. I wanted to go over the HMIS Part 2 recertification. We presented this slide previously, and you are aware that we are in the recertification process at this time. This is just a quick reminder that the due date is coming up at the end of January, so all recertifications need to be completed by January 31st. Otherwise, accounts will be locked in HMIS until the recertification is complete. As a reminder as well, if you're unsure which users require recertification, you can submit a help desk ticket to us and we can provide you a list of the users that need to complete the recertification by January 31st. Okay, next slide, please. We wanted to go over this slide again as well, troubleshooting logging into HMIS. We have been receiving a lot of HMIS tickets regarding password reset token errors that you've been receiving when trying to reset a password or log into HMIS. So we wanted to go over sort of the main sort of troubleshooting issues that we see on our end. So first of all, make sure that you're logging into the correct Clarity site. We do have a training site and we do have a live site. So please be sure that you're on the correct site. As for the password reset token error, usually this is due to the email that is sent to you to reset your password. This email has a time limit of 15 minutes due to the confidential information that is in the HMIS database. So think of it in terms of, you know, you're logging into something that's very secure. So the password link is only going to be valid for 15 minutes. So you can't let that password email sit and get to it like in an hour or two when you move off to a different task. So if you're trying to reset your password, make sure that you do attend to that password link and reset your password. We have run across instances where you will get this password reset link error, and it's due to the account being locked because of too many attempts trying to log into HMIS. In that case, if you've attended to the link immediately within that 15-minute time frame and you are still getting an error, we request that you submit a ticket to HMIS so we can take a look at your account to see if it's locked or if there's anything else going on. Also, you want to make sure that you are receiving the password reset email. Please check your spam filter or junk folder to make sure you are receiving the email. And if you haven't received the email after 15 minutes, please work with your IT team regarding your network settings, because it may something in your settings may be preventing the email from getting to you.
And I just wanted to add, going back to the training site versus the live site, in addition to there being different links, you also have different login credentials. So on the training site, your agency is sharing a training account, and your agency administrator will have that information to give you the username and password. But in the live site, each user has their own account. So the username should be your first initial and last name, and then what your email or your password, I mean, whatever that may be. So keep that in mind also.
Hi, good morning and Happy New Year, everybody. We wanted to share with the group that this month's Data and Performance Management Committee meeting is going to be canceled. However, you will still be able to find our emergency shelter project performance report. It will be published up on our website on January 11th.
Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to let you know that our office will be closed on Monday, January 17th, in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. We will be back in the office to assist you on Tuesday.
Okay, so that was all of the content we have for today. We do have time for some Q&A if anyone has any questions that they would like to discuss or see a quick demo on. If you do, please enter them into the chat box, or you can also unmute yourself to ask your question. While we wait, if you haven't already, please enter your agency name into the chat box so we know who is participating. The next meeting will be on February 2nd, same time, 10 a.m., and we will send out the agenda prior to the meeting. We will also be posting the meeting minutes from this meeting, as well as the recording and slides on our website for your reference as well. So we'll hang out for a minute in case any questions come in. All right, I'm not seeing anything, so we're gonna go ahead and end the call. Thank you all so much for attending, and Happy New Year, and we will be in contact soon. Thanks, everyone.